Go. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up your life vests and get ready for a tidal wave of entertainment. This is Carnival Cruising Podcastaways, the only podcast that dives deep into the heart of carnival cruising madness. You hear me? I said madness. I'm your host, the undisputed champion of the ship, Trevor, the navigator Shelby. And let me tell you something, brother. I'm not sailing solo. Oh, no. I'm tag teaming with the one, the only, the first mate, Thomas Cruise Control Kennedy. Now, you see, when you got the two cruise fanatics like us, you only got 141 and 2/3 chance of having the time of your life. You hear that? The numbers don't lie, and they spell a fantastic voyage for you. So if you think you're ready to set sail on this whirlpool of discussion, then anchors away, mateys. That's no bluff. That's cruiser math. Oh yeah!
You said Scott Steiner. That was not Scott Steiner. That was definitely Macho Man Randy Savage.
That was more Macho Man.
And I couldn't even get pulled into my actual like TikTok wrestling character Buddha.
I know. Oh, it was really funny though.
It's not a wrestling themed promo without the enlightened one, Buddha.
Oh man, that was fun. I wanted to do something stupid, so I decided to do it. That was my wrestling opening.
Yeah, but you said Scott. I was expecting Scott Steiner.
I threw in Steiner math. So,
well, so, I mean, Scott Steiner math or Randy Savage math. I mean, he did the same thing,
pretty much. But anyways.
Of course, he didn't make Creamer come out of nowhere.
Yeah. Oh, he was the cream of the crop. So, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm working a lot, getting those deposits ready for my move. So
yeah,
good moving deal. To an apartment, place of my own.
Very cool. You staying out Tulsa way, or what are your plans?
Well, yeah, I'm staying Tulsa way. My office is in Tulsa.
You could always move out here.
No, I can't.
Then we could do the podcast in the same room.
Well, yeah, that would be the dream, but then I would have to quit my job. And where's my income?
Well, the podcast makes about $10 a month. There you go. Well, anyway, wow. I'm glad you're getting that.
And my share of that, is $3.33.
Yes, and 2/3. So things have been okay over here. We had another flooding incident.
Oh, and no.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as last time, but our bathtub decided the handle that just was going to come out. So like the whole thing. And so it sprayed inside the wall and it unleashed madness. It broke the drywall behind it.
Oh.
And sprayed water into my room. But it wasn't as bad as last time. I was able to get it cleaned up and I actually got it mostly dried up and good to go. I put the mold stuff in there and I've already patched it and I put in
the nozzle replaced.
Yes, I got the nozzle replaced today. My neighbor, who is a plumber, thank God, gave me the tools to make it real simple. It wasn't that hard to begin with, but he walked me through it.
What was it? The handle that turns the water on, or was it?
It was the whole fucking like setup. So like I had to get a remodel kit, and he got me set up pretty good. And then I don't know. It's all good to go now. So that's what I'm happy. And so I got the water back on today, and yeah, we're sitting pretty right now. I did drywall today, and I will be sanding and putting texture on and painting tomorrow. Let's talk about cruising.
Talk about cruising. Okay. Well, do we want to talk about cruising yet, or do we want to make the announcement?
Oh yeah, let's talk about. Well, that's kind of like cruising because we are the unofficial best podcast for cruising out there. So that is like talking about cruising.
Well,
So,
I mean, if we don't, the hashtags are gonna go crazy.
Yeah, hashtags go nuts. So there has been, we've got a little bit of a programming update. I made mention of it for last week's show of that things, like don't worry too much about it, but we do have some changes coming. As of right now, Reese is going to be more of a part-timer on the show. And that is 100% his choice. We support him in that choice. He is focusing on personal things in life and just,
and life takes precedence over this show.
Yeah. So everything's good with him, like healthy wise and all that. But he's really got to focus on, he's working and doing all kinds of stuff. And he's really not focused on the show. So he wants to take a step back, and we support him in that decision. And he's absolutely 1,000,000% welcome back to the show anytime he's
still a part of the show. He's just taking a little hiatus.
Yeah. So we just don't know how long it'll be. And so we miss him already.
There is no Reesegate. We did not kick him off the show.
I miss him. I called him the other day too. I felt bad though because I couldn't get a hold of him, and we missed each other phone call wise. And I was checking in on him. He's doing some really cool stuff at his bar, and I was checking in, seeing how things were going. I'm trying to get out there for a karaoke night, man. It looks like it's gonna be
Thursday
a lot of fun.
night.
I know, it's so rough, man. And it starts at 9. That's my bedtime.
Karaoke's on a Thursday night.
I know. Now, if it was Friday, man, I could maybe go out there for like an hour. But that's about all I could do, though. That's too late.
Or 2 hours on Saturday.
I don't know, man. Man, I went to a baseball game the other day, and I'm out there past 9, and I was like, I'm exhausted. But it is so damn hot that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we did have I don't know about Oklahoma City, but we had kind of a cool front this past week. We didn't like last week. There were like 3 days that, no. Friday it rained a little bit, and it dropped about 10 degrees below 90. And then all this weekend, we were waking up to like 60s, and it got up to like 89. Yeah, as the high.
Yeah, that's the way we've been here. But like when I was at the ball game, though, like we didn't have rain that Friday, and it was awful. And then Sunday, it wasn't as bad, but it was still pretty up there. But Friday we did it. Man, we played it smart. You know what we did? We just stayed in the clubhouse. So we got some really good seats right up to the glass, and we were just having a blast, man. So drinking and shooting the shit. So,
well, speaking of rain.
Yeah, speaking of rain.
Florida's getting like a tiny rainstorm.
Yeah. And they're like acting.
They're acting like it's.
It doesn't even got a cool name.
No, I mean, what's it called?
I don't even know.
Ida Bell or something like that.
Something like that. I don't know. And it's not great. But I guess they were saying that because I guess it's made landfall today. Yeah, and was like a Category 4 hurricane. So it is a little bit bigger of a storm. Hopefully
Waffle House is still open.
Oh, I doubt they are. But hopefully they're all okay. We've got friends out that way, and so hopefully they're all good and have packed in. And
well, I know the Norrises said that they were okay. They marked themselves as safe.
Yeah.
So Idalia, what kind of name is Idalia?
I don't know, man.
I mean,
who picks out these names, by the way?
I don't know. It's supposed to, like, in past years, it's alternated male, female. But, I mean, is that a male name or is it a female name?
I don't know. Look it up. But yeah, no, they're getting hit hard. You know what's crazy, though, is one of my friends is on a cruise right now. And I've really coached her up on a lot of stuff, right? And on cruising. And she refuses to watch my YouTube. But she was like, why would I watch your YouTube whenever I've got like access to you? So, and I was like, yeah, you make a point. So, I talked her up, got her all set up on things. Never once talked about hurricanes. So I feel bad.
I thought it was kind of funny. Someone was like, so has anyone ever got on one of the cruise groups? And so has anyone ever gotten a free extra day because of a hurricane? How is that?
Yeah.
I was like, if you got a free extra day because you got to go into one of these ports, I would just be happy and go do something. They've got something scheduled.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're gonna have access to internet and all that stuff to help rebook your flights and all that stuff.
Oh, so I'm sure that,
they'll get you set up.
I'm sure the airports are closed too. So
So I will, just a tiny story is last year when I was on the cruise when the hurricane pretty much going a very similar path, I think, as this one. We were heading into New Orleans and we were the only ship that was in the Gulf at that time that was actually trying to make it into New Orleans. And the waves, we were like over 100 miles away from this damn storm, but it was still like it was pretty rough. My buddy David that I was with, he was green. And luckily I was okay. I had my C-bands on. Dude, I swear I don't get paid by this company, but I swear by it. They are
C-bands. If you're listening, can you sponsor us and maybe send us a couple because he swears by you guys. I haven't tried you yet, but I am willing to if you sponsor us.
I haven't even gotten sick like when I'm drunk and in rough waters. So like with those on. So there's something about them. I don't know if it's just in my damn head or if it's whatever, but
I think it's in your head.
It might be. It might just be a placebo. But no, so right, like we were going in and the cruise director, man, what was his name? Lewis? Younger kid. No, it wasn't Cookie that time. I think his name was Lewis, a younger kid, British, really nice. And he told us actually that we almost got an extra day because the decision to steam on into port almost didn't happen. So like we almost didn't do it. And so I'm kind of glad we did, though, because I was eager at that point to get off the ship for different reasons. and to get into New Orleans and maybe change things up a little.
Which, as we know, it did not.
It did not, man. But like if we did get an extra day out of it, what Carnival typically does is they will give you free internet and everything. They get you set up. You got to rebook your flights, rebook all your stuff, get everything set up. And even if the hurricane hasn't shut down your airport, you still got to change your flights. You're not going to be there. So, you know.
Well, I have a feeling that the airports are closed.
Yeah. Well, no, but if let's say like I didn't get into New Orleans because of a hurricane in Florida, the airport would have been open. And so they almost didn't have us port into New Orleans. So
Because of a hurricane in Florida?
Yeah, because the water was awful. And
it's the Gulf of Mexico. The water's always awful.
Yeah, it was extra. It was being extra. So so it was something else, man. But that's my whole point though. Like they may be open, so they're going to give you that opportunity to rebook your flights and stuff. They're going to get you set up. They're not going to leave you in the dark. So
now there are several ports closed, and by the time this airs, they'll be open again more than likely. Like we got Charleston's closed, which will affect the Sunshine, both the 28th and the September 2nd cruises. We got Jacksonville, which is the Elation, both 826 and 831. I don't know why it's going to affect the 826 cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a minute, because they're still out. Duh. I'm dumb. You got Port Canaveral, which has several ships, the Liberty, Freedom, Mardi Gras. And you got Tampa, which is Carnival Paradise. So you got like 7 ships that are going to be affected. And they're all, at least one of them's getting an extra day.
Yeah. So. Yeah. I saw, and I don't think it was Carnival. I think it was, I don't even remember who it was, MSC or Princess or someone actually spent the night in the Bahamas.
Oh, yeah. I heard that too.
It was pretty cool. I don't remember which stop. It was either Nassau or Freeport. I want to say it was Freeport.
I would hope it was Nassau, because at least Nassau is a bit nicer.
Yeah. Well, my thing is, if it was Freeport, you would get to do the Tony Macaronis at night.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You could do Tony Macaronis is a restaurant there it's a restaurant bar on the beach, and he does jazz on the beach and stuff at night.
And and people are always complaining about that Pay Beach. Well, the Pay Beach is right next to this place, and all you got to do is buy one thing off the menu at his place, and you got access to his beach.
Yeah, he has a really nice section of beach.
Yeah,
and so and cool photo opportunities next door, which is that big tower thing.
Yeah.
So
and if you're like us and you find the ability to make GIFs and watch your friends like walk through sand and not and it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I forgot we did that.
We did. I don't know where those ended up, because I don't think you ever posted them.
I don't think I did either, because like back then that stuff was like all new age technology, man. No, that's funny. So that would be a lot of fun. Tony's is great. So next time you guys are that way, if you don't like that stop,
just tell them to
go there.
Yeah, and the bus drivers do know where Tony Macaroni's is.
Yeah, and you can always check on Facebook, make sure he's open. Last 2 times I've been there, he's been closed. One time because of a hurricane, next time because he's not open on Tuesdays. So
well, the last 2 times I've been there, he's been closed because he was still repairing from that hurricane 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah. So let me pull this up. Speaking of the Bahamas, there is some pretty cool news.
Yeah, I heard about
Bahama-wise. And I've done a little bit of digging on some of this.
Did you find out what it's going to be like?
So I found out some interesting information. I put on my journalist cap, right? And I ran in and I was like, I said, Carnival, tell me more about this announcement you made. And they're like, we're not telling you. You're just some Joe off the street. And I said, no, look at the cap. I'm press. And they're like, oh. And you know what? They were impressed.
Oh, God.
So got a little bit of information. So So there is a wonderful port being put together called Celebration Key, and it is going to be built on the Grand Bahamas Island. And this is a wonderful looking port. Now, from what I've been able to put together,
it's going to be on the Grand Bahama Island,
it's
or
on Grand
it's
Bahama.
not a separate island?
Nope, it is not a separate. That is a common misconception, actually. Yeah, my journalist senses were tingling, and I found out that it is not a separate island. It is on the Grand Bahamas. It is actually 20 miles east of Freeport. So if you go there, you can actually go visit Freeport. It is on the Grand Bahamas Island, and it has actually been in construction for a little bit. And it will have the ability to port 2 XL class ships at the same time. So you could have those hold like over 7,000 guests and
6,500.
Yeah. So you got well over 10,000 people that could be visiting all at once. But it has a 1 mile beach. It's going to have many businesses that are going to be there, the restaurants that are going to be there, and they're going to be locally owned businesses and restaurants. So what I imagine it being, in what I think the consistency that we've all all of us press folk like myself, we have a group chat, and so I started it actually, and I just haven't invited anyone else, but we came we came to the conclusion that it's going to be kind of like Cozumel in a way, so just private. So you're going to get off the ship, and you're going to have all these businesses and restaurants you can go visit, and then you've got a 1 mile beach that's going to be accessible as well. So,
see,
not much other information.
I was hoping it would be their own private island, like Half Moon Cay or something like that.
I was too, man. Yeah,
because I really think that Carnival has the ability to make a private island that will be as lucrative as
Coco Cay.
Coco Cay, yeah. Royals Island.
Yes, yeah. So the perfect day at Coco Cay was a great whole thing that they put together, and I actually, let me pull it up real quick because this is really funny. I was trying to. Carnival has to come up with something that is similar to Perfect Day at Coco Cay. So something that kind of rhymes all together and it's fun to say. So how about Celebration Key, where the fun's the guarantee? Huh? What do you think?
No.
Damn you. But anyways, so I did have one suggestion, and I hope that all of the CCP #CCP, we're taking it back, guys. Remember episode 1?
Oh my God.
So we're taking it back. All right, let's #CCP, #Carnival, and let's post on Facebook things that we would like to see for this private space on Grand Bahamas. So this is my suggestion. You can't steal it. I think they should put the Bolt roller coaster on the island, and that way everyone that is visiting Celebration Key that is not on a XL class ship can also enjoy it for $15 or charge them $20. I don't know.
I think Carnival has mastered the water, the onboard water park. I think they needed to do a water park, and they could build slides that rival or even do better than Royal does on their water park.
Yeah. So remember, everyone, go to facebook.com. You don't have to do this on our Facebook page. All you have to do is go to your own Facebook page. You could do it #CCP, #Carnival, and then post it in there. I'll be checking the #CCP. We're taking it back, guys. Every time I look at it, there's like red flags and stars. I don't get it.
I
mean, we got to take this back.
I mean, I remember, #CCP to Jubilee, which we are going on the Jubilee.
We are going on the Jubilee,
but we're not. We aren't invited. We aren't going to press day, which we have because we haven't been invited.
Yeah. Well, I think you have to actually reach out and maybe not be the Black Sheep podcast.
I know. I don't know if I'm going to go anyway on the Jubilee because.
Why is that?
Because Kindle Fire.
Oh, we're bringing this up on the podcast, huh?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, Kindle Fire. Hey,
I can't. I would not be able to say, "Hi, I'm Thomas with Carnival Cruising Podcast."
You can barely say it now.
Well, yeah, I know. Because
you're imagining her in front of you.
I am because we trying to get what's his nuts on here and he didn't. That fell through. I was gonna get my feelers out for her, but that came out wrong.
Oh no!
But I cannot talk to beautiful women, and she's like, uber hot.
Well. I don't know. I'm a married man. I don't see beauty anymore. So I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, no, I have the feeling that we would need Reese back for that one. So because I don't know.
I don't know if we could trust Reese with that one.
Yeah, maybe not. So, yeah, but there's no guarantee she'll still be on the ship by the time we get on there because we're not going until July, and they're starting her up here in December.
Actually, probably late November she'll head to the ship.
Yeah, so we'll see. We will see. I am excited about that cruise. What that cruise is called, right? It's called the Family Reunion
Group Cruise 2.
Yeah. And
the Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, exactly. And if anyone listening also would like to go on that cruise, all they have to do is contact Amanda Barmore over at Have Luggage Will Travel. Her link will be in the description of this podcast. And yeah, you could also be going. Just contact Amanda. Tell them that we sent you. You know what happens? She takes down your information. She calls Carnival and she hounds them until you get the best deal possible. And I don't know how she does it, but I hear there's lots of yelling and threats. And so
I think she's from Louisiana. She's a Southern woman.
Yeah.
And when they don't take no shit.
Yeah, she has a giant.
I know.
She has a giant, like a literal
quite
giant.
Literally a giant.
Yeah, and so she will sick the giant on them, and
then feed him gelato and Little Debbie's.
Yes, exactly. It's crazy. So this is like the best plug we've ever done for them. So. But yeah, just contact them. We got some great deals going for this one as well. So definitely check it out. If you have been looking for a group cruise where you can meet some really cool people, you can meet us. We're going to be doing all kinds of stuff together. I think we're doing excursions together. We're going to be, if it's anything like the Family Reunion Group Cruise 1, we've got all kind of private events that are going to be going on during the cruise. So definitely check it out.
Yes, and we did. There was a one particular port that we did a very very big group excursion,
Mm-hmm.
and we found out that Aruba was a desert.
It is a desert, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, it's really funny.
But yeah, well, just like the other crew, the other family reunion group cruise, we'll do some, excursion. Whatchamacallits, I can't think right now. Research. That's what I'm thinking of. Research. We'll do some of that and find some good, maybe bus tour or something. Well, really, we don't need a bus tour for like Cozumel or Roatan. Roatan, we may bring back, Charlie to interview him. He's a really good guy. He's a really good tour guide up there in Roatan. But the one that I haven't been to, and you have, I believe, to the Costa Maya.
Yeah, I think I'll be there on this next cruise again too.
So, Costa Maya, I'm kind of looking forward to that because I haven't been there before.
Yeah, you know what? I like Costa Maya, and one thing about it is that the town's nearby as well. There's some pretty cool stuff that you can go do. I think, like what's funny is this next cruise, I'm going to kind of explore ports more often on this next cruise. I don't have a whole lot of excursion things that I'm doing. And so one of the things, I may have a pretty good report on that one coming up.
What ports are you going on?
I think that one, Cozumel and Belize, I think. Yeah, Belize. So
you're going to Belize? You're not going to Roatan?
No Roatan. So
you'll have to tell me if they've got that port island open.
I need breaking news. Oh my God, we got breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Okay. Hey, Mr. Kennedy, did you hear about this whole eco thing?
No, I didn't. What's this all about?
Yeah, so I didn't just delete what we just did. So there's this whole new thing with Carnival that they have these eco totes. It's this whole
an eco tote?
It sounds like an infomercial, dude. So Carnival has these cool totes now that they're going to be getting from partnering with Bacardi rum. Which, did you know that Bacardi and Cardi B, like one of them stole the other's name? And I don't know, but
Cardi B did, because
pretty sure it's Bacardi,
because Bacardi's been around for 200 years.
I'm just kidding. They have these eco totes, and they are going to be using them on Carnival ships. And kind of the idea behind them, I bet you didn't know this because you didn't just tell me this.
I I didn't just watch a video on it at all.
Yeah, you didn't just relay the information. We're going to be we're going to be refilling the bottles like Bacardi's going to be in the eco tote, and then when they run out of the bottle, they're going to be Bacardi. They're not going to be like, oh no, there's no more Bacardi. They throw it away. They're actually going to go back and just fill it up in the tote.
Oh, really?
Go from there. Yeah. Isn't that cool?
Wow.
Yeah. It was pretty neat. So funny. Anyways, so this is pretty cool system. I mean, I get it. Carnival wants to cut down on the number of, bottles and everything that they're going through. That's pretty cool. It's definitely not what I thought it was before.
Yeah, we first
thought it was the container for a guest.
Take 1 and 2, you thought it was a reusable container to drink out of, and so I thought it was like a cup, and then we start talking that they've already got reusable, because they served in glass, and then we started doing research. It's nothing like what you thought it was.
Yeah, well, Madison wrote me out a whole thing to read, and it wasn't done very well. Shame on you, Madison.
Madison's got another virus or something.
Yeah, she's not feeling well. So yeah, these are pretty cool, though. I think, it is what it is. Carnival's doing everything they can to save on how much crap ends up in the ocean. And I think that's good for every, cruise line to do. So, good on them. This is something. So it may not be the biggest step in my opinion, but yeah, it's a good step.
I mean, they started this step by taking away the straws.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I understand
and the onboard
the
stomach.
Yeah, the stomachs. Yeah, that's pretty cool too. That thing's pretty neat. But yeah, the straws, they've never bothered me. And if it bothers you, then you should just bring a silicone straw onto a cruise.
If I'm not drinking a fruity drink, it bothers me. If I'm like drinking a Jack and Coke or something, it bothers me because it changes the flavor. They don't have any unflavored candy straws.
Would you get a straw in a Jack and Coke though?
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't get a straw for that. And if they gave me one, I just wouldn't use it.
I mean, I wouldn't if I was drinking Jack straight up. I wouldn't use a straw. But if I'm,
now I will say that I am not I'm not a person that uses straws often. So, like, if I go to a restaurant, I don't care. I'm just gonna drink it from the glass. Whatever. I
started using straws because I drink less.
Oh, I get that.
Because like if I'm at a diner or something, I get an iced tea. I'll drink 3 glasses of tea before my food gets there, and then I gotta pee. And then they clear the table because I'm eating by myself, and I left to go pee, and they clear the table. I'm like, "Where's my food?" And then
yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, no. I used to work with a dude that was like that, man. He would like go through a drink quick. So,
oh yeah, I mean, especially like Chinese buffets. Ooh, I'll go through like they would refill like 6 times my drink sometimes.
Yeah. Well, anyways.
I'm glad I stopped drinking soda as much because I got iced tea. If I drink that much in soda, I would go into a diabetic coma. Probably, and I don't have diabetes.
Well, I think that is all the time that we have for today. Do you have anything else you want to go over, Mr. Kennedy?
I do want to wish, because if we don't do this now, we'll forget. Wish John Hill a successful knee surgery coming up and a speedy recovery.
Absolutely,
because I've had that surgery before, and he's in for a world of hurt for a few months.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he will be good to go for fun's sake.
Yes.
So, there you go. Anyways, if you guys want to follow us on Facebook, you can find us over at facebook.com/Carnival Cruising Podcastaways. We've got the group and we got the page. You can join them both. That is the way to do it. And yeah, we got the Speak Pipe page. And if you go there, it's at speakpipe.com/Carnival Cruising Podcastaways. And you could leave us a voicemail, and that would be great as well. So anyways, just know that you are unique, you are special, and you are loved. And remember, anything that happens on the ship stays on the ship. And YouTube. Shave the foosball table. Tom just fell out of the thing. You kicked me out of the stream.
I didn't kick you out of the stream.
You're back.
I didn't kick you out of the stream. You were like, and you just froze.
Okay.
I was in the middle of texting when it said T-Dog has joined the stream.
Oh, well, you fell out for me. I wonder who it's going to record. Because I finished the whole podcast almost. Oh. I was doing Save the Foosball Tables. Anyways, we'll re-record that part.
Okay.
Anyways, what was the last thing you heard so I can make sure I cover that just in case?
Well, you're about to go into your sign off.
Okay. Anyways, know that you are unique, you are special, and you are loved.
And remember, anything that happens on the ship stays on YouTube. Bye.
Shave the foosball tables.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.